Welcome to the Festival of Storytellers.
I thank everybody that's involved with this process because we know writers need readers and writers need publishers.
Experience is not about the publisher, it is about us, the authors.
Your Wealth Lives Within by Luckisha Townsend. How to use your most powerful wealth building tool to secure your future. Get your copy on Amazon today. Well, hello there again. Hi, it's Luckisha Townsend on the last session, talking about Your Wealth Lives Within, how to use your most powerful wealth building tool to secure your future. It has been an awesome time here, you all. I have loved all the questions. I've loved the backstage managers, all of them who have facilitated, things going really well these last 2 weeks. So it has been really awesome, opportunity to speak with you all, to kind of let y'all know who I am, let you know about the book, and remember, you can go on Amazon to purchase the book, or you can go to my website at ttpcoachingservices.com, and you can, get the book there. Also, I am a coach. So if you are looking for someone to, help you, guide you through some of those murky waters of, budgeting, getting the debt canceled and, start to saving, and then planning for your future, please hit me up. Hi, Cassandra. We also love your energy the past few days. You brought a lot to the table. Thank you, Cassandra. I really appreciate it. It was fun. I mean, I love talking about this subject. I love interacting with people. If you didn't get to hear, I just retired. It's been 2 days. 2 days. Let me see if you can see that. 7-day weekends now. so I've always been interacting with people. I worked for a university as an x-ray technician for 32 years. I was teaching dental and hygiene students how to take radiographs. So I've always been in a teaching mode. I also am a CPR instructor for 28 years, company 20 years, and now I'm doing coaching, which now going into 3 years of doing it. So yeah, so I'm always teaching. That's that's in me. And then I'm also, if you look at the book, you'll find out, like my little bio, I'm also an ordained minister. No, I'm not a pastor. Every time I say ordained minister, people want to, throw pastor out there. No, no, I'm not a pastor. All right. But this, like I said, it's been a joy talking to each and every one of you. So today, finishing out, the last day. Definitely want to interact more with you all. Like I said, when you send a question in, put where you um, are, watching from. What city you're watching from. Continue, to ask those questions. We got 22 more minutes left. So get those questions answered today. Remember, we want to, have control of our money and not let it control us. All right. The Bible said, that, we should be good stewards, over what God has given us, and he said we can't serve two, we can't, serve God and man. We gonna either hate one or despise the other one. So if we give it to God first, because He actually gave it to us first, we give it back to Him, and then, He will help and guide us how to properly, manage our finances. He said, if you lack wisdom, ask it of Him. He will give you wisdom, and then sometimes He'll give you, when He give it to you, He'll give it in the form of a book like this one, or a person. So yep, take advantage of it. Don't get discouraged or feel afraid of being vulnerable, opening up, and feeling like someone is judging you. That would not be the case at all. That that person has probably walked in, some of your shoes, probably not the whole path of your shoes, but some of them, and so they have some insight on some of the pitfalls, and that we tend to fall into, depending on um, our background, our environment, our social environment, what we've known, what we've learned. All of those things, play a part, and how we manage our finances, our lives, our mental health, our physical health, all of that, can come into play depending on your mindset. You have to be, willing to change your mindset. Some of the things that worked in the past may not work now. That's why when you're doing a budget, you need to do a budget every month. You don't do a budget for February and think that that budget is going to, carry you through the rest of the year. Okay, so you want to, go back every month, sit down and adjust and see where we at. Like utilities sometimes go up. It just depends. So that's why you want to do a budget every month. Hi, Carla. I learned a lot from your sessions. I'm so glad you decided to join this event. Oh, I appreciate you. That is awesome. I really am glad that people did get something out of it. That was my whole goal. And being on the Festival of Storytellers, this is my actually second year of doing it. I thought it was so awesome. Because I'm very interactive, with people, and so I enjoy it. I really enjoyed it. This year we decided to do, have like topics, and kind of then throw in questions and stuff. And so it was just a great time. I want to thank Hyacinth. I want to thank her because she's kind of been with me the whole journey. I want to thank Mark. Mark, he always calls me. So I want to thank Mark, and I think I had Nikki today, and then I just had it was a guy. So hold on, it was kind of a quick relationship. So I usually remember faces. I don't remember names. So I'm gonna go back in here and look and see what his. It was Jared. Yes, it was Jared. So thank him for my last session, being behind the scenes with me on my last session. And so I just enjoyed just being here, and I got to go on some of the other sessions of authors, and get to check out some of what they're writing about and stuff like that. So it's been a wonderful time. So I hope you do get to go. And if you don't, get to see it live, go back, in the Festival of Storytellers, or even on YouTube, because they, after it goes finished live, they upload it on YouTube, so you can always go back and um, revisit anything that was said. Something you didn't catch that I said, you can go back and now you can rewind it and and then see what it was I particularly said on that topic that you were looking for. All right, so let's see if we're gonna get it. How many questions we're gonna get? We got 20 more minutes left, so we'll see what happened. All right, so remember, Your Wealth Lives Within. You can go to get it on Amazon. And purchase it. They do have it on Kindle, or where you can read it if you want it on a tablet. All right, Ben said it was wonderful listening to you the past day. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate that. It was fun. It was fun. The questions were awesome. Um, the interaction was great. It's been a fun time. It really has. So hate to see it. Hate to see it end. Can you believe it? 2 weeks. 2 weeks went by. And haven't you noticed that? Actually, I've been telling people we have. I think we have 3 days in a month now. so we start the month, then it's the 15th, and then it's at the end of the month. That's what it seems like, because right now, what we're yeah, we're at the beginning of the month. All right. And so then next thing you know, it's going to be the 15th. Then we're going to be into March, which is my birthday month, so this year has been a big year for me. Hello there. Hi, son. I retired, and, I have, a big birthday, this year. And then also my oldest son, he turns 30, so this is a big year for him as well. Julie says, if you could summarize your whole festival storyteller experience in one word, what would it be? Um, Eye-opening, exciting. I know you said one word. I'm gonna give you a couple words. um, it was, invigorating. It was good to see people were willing to interact with me. On my, on the booth. Come on the booth, and ask the questions. So yes, I mean, I had a wonderful time. This was a great kind of um, um, end and a beginning to me. I got to retire. I got to retire with y'all. Here. So on the 31st was my day of retirement. So I was actually on the well, I wasn't on here that day. I didn't have a date. I have a schedule, but I retired doing this festival. So yep. So it was awesome. It really was. So I want you to go on to the booth. The prayers on there that you can download that I have been reading a couple times. So I want you to go and print that out so you can motivate yourself. Eva says, "What do you want your viewers to learn the most from your discussions? How that the wealth is within." That your wealth is within. Okay, you have the ability to get wealth, to create wealth within yourself. Because if you change your mindset, if you allow yourself to be open to change, to coaching, to being vulnerable, and just in facing what you have in front of you, you can overcome anything. There's no hopeless situation. It may take you longer to get out of a situation, but there's no hopeless situation. Jacob says, how do you manage your relationship with money? Do you view it as a means to an end, or do you find yourself attached to it in a way that hinders your overall well-being? I don't, but that's what one of the things that people have a problem with. No, I don't see it as a means to an end. And when you see it as a means to an end, then you don't value it. You just, see it as, something, an object, another object that you use. No, you want to see it as a vehicle that can take you where you want to go. Uh, the only thing is you want to make sure you're the one driving the vehicle, and not it driving you. So that's how you want to view money. You want to see it as a way to create legacy, create longevity for you. You know, you want to be able to retire. You know, you want to be able to have it there for when it's time for you to retire. Jared says, "Do you think that wealth can bring happiness, or is happiness a separate and independent state of mind?" Yes, actually, that's an independent state of mind. Nobody can make you happy. Money cannot make you happy. Because if that was the case, why do you have people who have millions of dollars, taking their own life and stuff like that? And so no, money cannot make you happy. Being wealthy makes you happy, and that means that you have an understanding of what money is, what money can do for you and what it can do for others, because, God, gives us wealth so we can bless others. So it's always should be about what you can do for others. Yes, you want to have stuff for yourself, but you always want to be generous, because as long as you have an open hand, you'll always have blessings coming back to you. But if it's always closed, then there's no way God can get those blessings to you. So you always want to have an open hand, always be generous, always help those in need. And you'll see how by giving to others, that will cause you to create joy. Actually, you want joy more than you want happiness, because joy, the world can't take it away from you, because the joy that the Lord gives, that it's eternal, it's forever, it's everlasting, and it overflows, and it can be spread to others when you have joy. All right, let's see what we have coming up next. Kiera said, "True wealth is not measured by material possessions, but by inner qualities such as kindness, generosity, and contentment." Well said. That is so true. Yes, it is. You can have a whole bunch of stuff and be miserable, be mean, you could be rude, So yeah, so having a whole bunch of stuff doesn't guarantee that that person is a nice or generous person at all. So yes. All right. And then plus you also, you have to, have a relationship with Christ, because once you have a relationship with him, and he's living inside of you, and you have, his heart, and you have his mind, that will help you be able to be, a better person, a generous person, a joyous person, and that will also hopefully, if you seek his wisdom, that will help you, with your finances as well. Because see, you would want to please him, when you think about it, like, okay, I need to be, doing better with my situation, for down the line. All right. So Sam says, "Do you believe that wealth can lead to happiness, or is there a point at which it becomes a burden rather than a blessing?" Um, it can, I mean, it can be a burden um, if you don't understand it, and how it's supposed to, operate out of your life. Um, some people, they see it as a burden, like I said earlier in lives, that a lot of people who when play the lottery, because they're thinking about, oh, if I just had more money, but if you're not a good steward over the little that you have, having more money is not going to make you automatically a good steward. It's just going to, you're just going to have more money to mismanage, and that's a burden. If you When you don't understand it and know how to use it, you'll end up wasting it. All right, Kelly says, "What are your plans after this event? Are you planning to write another book?" Yes, actually, that is something that I have been thinking about. I'm one of those processor people, um, but I am thinking about doing another one on the lines of young people and finances. Going through and talking about what where their head is. I've been around some, kind of, you know, you know, bouncing off of them, and trying to, to gear them, back into, because they're the future. So we need them to understand and, manage money better, for us down the line. All right. As Holly says, "Your discussion has been an eye opener to a spender like me." Oh, well, good. Well, that is so awesome. Yeah, Kelly, tell me exactly what was eye opening for you? I would, we got a little bit of time. Go ahead, put another question, answer that question I just asked. So I want to see, what was really eye opening for you, since you are a spender. And he says, what do you think about the sentiment you can buy happiness? Do you think it really true given today's economy situation and how everything is to be bought? Yeah. No, I don't think you can buy happiness. You can't. I mean, people think they can, but if somebody thinks that, if you think that you could only be friends or have someone in your life by buying them things, then that is not much of a friendship. That is not much of a relationship, and it's not going to last, because once the money gone, once you stop giving to them, then where's your relationship after that? So what happens when you hit a rough patch? What if something happens, like you lose your job, you get sick, and now you're not giving like you were? Are they going to be able to support you and give to you now? So you don't want a relationship based on what you give to somebody. Just like it's not good to always give children everything they want, or show your affections by buying them things, because eventually they're going to expect it. They always say, if the way you allow someone to treat you is the way they're going to always treat you. Okay, so you have to show people how to treat you. All right, so you want respect, you got to to show them that how to respect you. All right, Paige says, how do you balance the pursuit of wealth with other important values such as integrity, honesty, and compassion? Well, I think if you focus on the last three that you mentioned, I think wealth will pursue you. All right. So if you stay with integrity, honesty, and compassion, and if you are a giver, then wealth will find its way to you. All right. So it's already out there searching for you. It's just wanting you to be right in the right position to receive it. Okay. All right. Well, again, these have been awesome questions. And the time is kind of ticking down. We got, less than 7 minutes now. And this will be the end of, well, for me, for my session for the Festival of Storytellers. Again, it has been awesome. All right. Again, go to Amazon to purchase Your Wealth Lives Within. Paige says, have you ever been envious of someone's wealth, but if so, how did you deal with those feelings? Well, I'm pretty sure there has been a time when I had been envious of it. Then you feel it, and then you be like, well, you know what? That's awesome. Because what they have doesn't affect me. It does. It doesn't take away from what I have. It doesn't add to what I have. So I come up out of it, like that, thinking, you always want to be happy for somebody else's success. Okay, all right, because that's why you shouldn't be envious of someone else, because what they went through, are you willing to go through it with them? What they went through? Okay, so are you willing to walk the same steps or and the same footprints as they did to get to where they were? So a lot of people don't think about that, like the celebrities. It's like, oh, I want to be like them and all that kind of stuff. And then, you see how, some of them have, turmoil lives. They end up in situations that you wouldn't expect, and then that pedestal that you put them on, now they fall off of it. So you always want to always remember that they're human. Other people are human beings, so you have to keep that in mind. Elena says, which do you think are generally happy, the poor or the rich? Well, I think I think it's probably the poor, because they appreciate. They know how to appreciate more. All right. So when you don't have as much, you appreciate it. So that's why it's always good to be humble, because if you let having a lot of money blow up your head and stuff like that, you end up then you losing what God intended for us. He didn't say like be poor, meaning that you didn't have enough money or whatever, and meaning that you're poor in spirit, that you understand and you have the compassion for other people, And so, and usually when people who don't have as much, they have a lot of compassion. They appreciate more. They're givers. You'll see people who are, homeless, they will give their last for somebody else because, they have that compassion, for that other person. And so if we could all keep that, in mind, we keep that mindset of always, being humble, then, we will not lose sight of what is important. Jamal says, how do you view the concept of inheritance and wealth transfer between generations? Is it a responsibility or privilege or something else entirely? Um, when it comes to if you're talking as far as wealth, money or property, I think that it's a responsibility to find out exactly what that looks like and set it up to where it lasts, generations. It goes, from generation to generation to generation. Just kind of what you did, and hopefully what the next generation do will take and add to it. All right. So, it has to start somewhere, and you need to think of it as generational, generational wealth. So you want it to last past you. And so the way for it to last past you is to set it up to where it will last past you. Okay. So you don't want the next person who gets the inheritance and they go and blow it, so you want to structure it, and you can do that now. You can structure it where it lasts, where, someone can't come in and ruin it, for the generations to come. Melinda says, how there's a quote that says money doesn't grow on trees. What do you think happens if it does? There wouldn't be any trees. Because everybody be cutting them down, believe me. And that's actually one of the chapters I talk about in my book. Where do you think money comes from? And that was, I don't know if you are one of those that your parents said that to you. When you was always asking them for something, you always wanting something somebody else had because you see it, and they said money don't grow on trees. It does. It may be made. It could be maybe made out of trees, but it don't grow on trees. That was funny. Yes. Oh goodness. All right. So we got like 2 more minutes, y'all. Come on, get them in before before the time uh, counts down. So I know there's a couple more questions out there. Again, I just want to say thank you for coming to my booth for these last 2 weeks, and listen to me talk about your wealth lives within. And remember, you can go to Amazon or on my website to purchase it. So we are so excited about, being here for the second year. It says, if you were going to give our wealth, if we were going to give our wealth, to whom should we give it, and will it be to a nerdy or to a deserving? Well, that's why you structure it. Get you a invest a estate attorney, and where you can design it to where if you got somebody who's greedy or somebody or who wouldn't get it because they're not necessarily one of those savvy people. You can set it up. You can get a estate planner, and where nobody gets more than what they're supposed to, or you definitely want them to get what you want them to have, and nobody has a say in it, because see, that's why you put it in writing. That's why the Bible says, write the vision, make it plain. So he that reads it can run with it. So when you write it down, that's why they tell you to get a will. Even they say if you're 18 years old, once you get 18, you should have a will. So that's why you want to get a will. Okay. All right. All right. So we got like 30 seconds left, or 20 seconds left. So I will say thank you again, storytellers, readers magnets, for having storytellers, and allow me the privilege to come on and talk about my book, to help promote my book, and get to talk to the wonderful people. Jared says, nice topic, Luckisha. Thank you for your insight. You're so welcome. I appreciate it as well for you saying that. Money, yeah, a lot of people don't like to talk about it, but we got to. All right. So we can have a better future for our generations coming up. All right. We'll see you next time.